Dear folks, welcome back to Handmade by Shirley. I just came on because I was kind of playing with some bits and pieces. I'm not sure what I'm really going to do, so I'm just going to be kind of winging it, if you know what I mean. So what it was, I had found this die, which is now away up at my cutting machine. So this rectangular die was on my desk, and I thought, oh, what could I do with it? So I had a piece of card which wasn't long enough. As you'll see, I've joined card together, which is absolutely fine. And so I cut out the rectangle, and I thought we'll have it this way, we'll have it that way. So I went for landscape because I fancied it. And then I ended up thinking that's really quite flimsy because it's the Syntego, silken weave card, and it's beautiful card, but it's not too thick. So I then thought, well, I could then, once I had cut my front and scored it down here, I'll put the measurements in the description, and then I added this panel to make the card back, so it was a card base. And then I thought, well, I need a couple of bits just to strengthen it. So I then cut two pieces that are 5 inches by 8 inches. That's the size of the card. And then I thought, what could I do? So I've decided to use my Lavinia stamps today and some inking on the back. Now I probably will need to cut this down a bit because, as I see, it's not quite in line with the actual base, so that's fine. So I just thought I'd come on and just do something and hope for the best, is all I can say. So I need to just get some of my blocks over a bit nearer to me, and then I'll pop this over here so that I've got everything in reach. So I thought I would just do, I'd put the base to the side because I will obviously, but I've got this panel here which would go at the back of that aperture that I've cut, and I'd maybe pop that in with foam pads. I'm not sure. I might use the opposite side of the more smooth side, although it is still linen-y on that side. And I got out these Lavinia stamps, these open dandelions they're called, and I thought I might just do something with this and add a few other things and make something pretty simple. I might try and spotlight something, I'm not sure. I'll see. So I need some blocks for these. So that's the sort of bulb, not bulb, the sort of just starting to grow part there. And I've got this one which is fully growing. So I've put them on blocks, but first of all I want to do some blending. So pop them to the side. I'll bring you down a wee bit. Go. And I've got some lovely new blending brushes, but I've also got these. I bought these on the Craft Stash. These are called blending brushes, but they're flat top, and they stay in these they're housed in these wee things. And I did try one, and I think they're very good. So I think I'm going to use them. So there's the one that I tried first with some blue, and I got a really good coverage with them. So I think I'll try them today. So I want to do a sort of very pale kind of background. I don't want to do anything too dark. So I've got my favourite colour, Salvaged Patina, out, and I'm just going to, oh, what's that on this? Something. That's fine. So just put a wee bit on, and it does look like I am not putting any on at all. And I'm just going to come into the middle here where my apertures roughly is. So I need to put a wee bit more on, I think. I'm know it's very light, and that's what I wanted, very light. So, but I do think they blend really well, really good. So I want to bring my aperture over just to look, to see what it looks like. So yeah, that's pretty nice. I might bring in another colour as well. I don't want it really dark, as I said. I just want it quite light in the background. I'm thinking I might have some squeezed lemonade as well. So I'm not going to use that same brush. I'm going to try and keep them separate. I've got 4, you get 4 in a pack, this one. But I can't remember the price, but you can go and have a look on the craft stash if you're interested, under creative craft products. Right, so I'll bring in a little bit of yellow, not too much, just a wee bit here and there, and then put that one back into its little house. So there we go, and let's just see what that looks like. I think that looks quite nice as well. So I thought I might do a wee bit of spritz on it as well, just to see if I can make a few patterns in the back. So just a few wee spritzy bits, and I've got my old cloth to take a bit of that off, and it didn't make too much of a, let's just try it like this. I think this is often better, just doing it like that instead of actually spritzing it. Right, that's fine, that just kind of creates a wee bit of something in the background. So let's have a wee look. Oh, there's a bit there as well. Come on. Let's see what this looks like through here. Yeah, I think that looks quite nice. So it's nice and soft. I don't want it dark. That's what I decided. I don't want it too dark. So put these to the side, and I'll dry it and then I'll come back. Right, I've dried it off, and now I am going to stamp on it. So I'm going to use some different, I was going to use black memento, but I'm thinking I'm going to use some Versa Clair. I've got some nice green, so I think I'll use that today. So I'm just going to ink that up, and you can see it does ink up really nicely. I'll pop this base out the way again because I don't want that to get in the way or get covered in ink. And then I'm just going to do a little bit of first generation, second generation, and I don't know if we'll get third generation. We might, just not quite. And then I'm going to ink up the dandelion head. That's actually with this Versa Clair. It's the colour is, I think it's shady, what is it called? Shady Lane. It is Shady Lane. I thought it was, but I wasn't entirely sure. And just do one of these here, which is quite nice. And then might just do second generation down the bottom, 2, and let's come in with another one. Slightly further down. There we go. And let's put a couple of, we've got some other wee bits that we could use as well as these. I can just find some bits and bobs. I'm going through my, oh, here's tiny little toadstools that we could pop in as well. These are very old Inkulicious stamps. Not Inkulicious, that was because I had Inkulicious out. Very old, jeez, I've forgotten the name. Lavinia stamps, sorry. Couldn't think that they were called there. So they're tiny little toadstools there. So I'm thinking I can do them in a colour as well. So let's just see what we've got here. Got this nice kind of metallic bronze colour, which might look quite nice. Let's see. We'll see what it's like. If it doesn't look right, we'll start again. So we just probably have, right, we need to just didn't come up that well in that colour, but it doesn't matter. I can always do it in black. I just thought that colour might be quite nice, but it doesn't seem to come up that well. That's a bit better. Let's do another wee drop here. They're very cute. It's very cute. Just don't always want to do things in black, although, you know, it can be a silhouette, obviously. So let's just have a wee look through here. Yeah, it's not really getting in quite everything. It's not really getting in the bits I want it to get in. Never mind. We can keep going. So pop that there, and let's see. I am only playing, remember. This was only just sitting playing, thinking, what could I use? Could I use these? Could I use that? I do have lots of them. You just can't find the ones now. Crazy, isn't it? Crazy. Right. Here is this one. So this one is, these are Foxgloves. Let's pop a few of them in. So let's try it in. I'm trying to see. Let's put it on here. Take that one off. Put it on here. See, it's still got some marks from before. It's not so good. Let's see if I can wipe these blue. There's a wee bit blue on the stamp from before, so I'm going to see if I can get some of that off, but I think it's fine. I just didn't want it to transfer onto my piece, but I think it's actually fine. I've got as much off as I can. Right, so let's get the green. So I'm going to put green at the bottom for the stem, and I'm going to put where is it? Can't see it. Where is it? Oh my goodness. Worn lipstick. Let's put worn lipstick at the top. There we go. And stamp that and see what that looks like. Kind of goes over that a bit, doesn't it? It looks okay, I think. I'll do one more and then I'll stop because I think I've over cluttered it a bit. I can always do another one and then we can make the card up. So that one again, and I'm just going to go over here to the edge. And perhaps I'll do 3 because I think that balances it out. Let's do 2. So just putting green on the foliage at the bottom and the worn lipstick at the top. I don't know if that'll even be in it, but we'll try. That's fine. So let's put these lids on so we don't get ink everywhere. And I'll wipe this off. In that, and then let's bring this wee viewfinder thing over. I call it a viewfinder. Let's see. I think it's quite nice actually. I quite like it. Might have to just bring it down very slightly to there. So I would cut that obviously, and it wouldn't quite be up at the top there, but that would be okay. I mean, I could have it like that, but I don't think there's enough florals in it. It's more you're getting the little toadstools. So there you're still getting the little bits of toadstool. But there I think you get the more of, perhaps there would be better, just there. I think that's quite nice. So I'm going to chop this bit off. I'm going to go with it. I'm going to chop like, so that's going to be like a 16th or something off the bottom. Just check what it's like again before I decide that this is what I'm going with. So yeah, I still think that's quite nice. I do. I don't want to do any more because I don't want to. So I do see I need to still cut a bit. So if I chop another wee bit off, just it's going to be a slither, really, a slither. That's what I call that. Very, very small. And then I can put this into the back. And I can add a few bits if I want to. So that's fine. That's fine. Now what did I do with the other piece that I'd cut? Oh, it's hiding under here, under all these stamps. So let's just pop some of this away just now and sort it after. Just pop that over to that side. I'll sort that after. And that. Oh, and I've went and got, oh dear. Can I just cut another piece out? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to stick this onto here. And I thought I would stick it on, but before actually I do that, I'm going to add a few wee bits to it because I would like to add some, I've got some Posca pen here, and I thought I would just add a few wee white dots. The Posca pen's going to, it's very fine, this Posca pen, but I thought a few wee dots might just add to things, but not an awful lot is coming out there, so perhaps not. Let me think, what could I add to it? I did want to just keep it quite just soft and fresh, so perhaps I don't need to add. Perhaps that's just something I don't need to add. Maybe I could add some alcohol marker dots actually to it. So let's see what the colours are like. So if I do a couple of wee just dots here and there, it just adds to the design, I think. Not the right colour, but I can put. So this is just me totally winging it. I'm not, I haven't really thought about it. I'm just kind of being creative and just doing this off the top of my head. It's not planned at all. Sometimes actually that is better, doing stuff like that off the top of your head. Now I'm just wondering if that's a kind of, no, that's not a similar colour. I think I'll just leave that. I'm not going to touch it. So let's get this viewfinder, as I call it, a viewfinder again, and just have a look. Yeah, I think that looks quite nice. I still feel there's something I could pop into it. So I'm wondering if I'll do a bit of a splatter of Winkostella, which would work. So let's just, oh, it's actually coming out. Come on, here it comes. Let's see it. See it coming now. That's fine there. That's good. Come on, one more bit there. That'll do. And I think that's fine. Now, I think I've finished. So that's what it looks like. So it's just very light and delicate, apart from the red, which is not as light and delicate. So that should dry within a few minutes, a few seconds. So what I want to do next is to pop this bit onto the back plate. So try and make this be exactly the same size. I'm just having a look. It's not bad at all. So I'm just going to then pop that inside. So I've turned it over because that's a bit dirty on that side. And I don't want ink on the inside of my card. So, oh, I should have put it on the other side. Aha! Silly me, silly me. Oh, I need to cut another piece. Oh, jings. Right. You should have, I bet you were all shouting at me saying, you're doing it on the wrong side, you're doing it on the wrong side. Right, let's do it. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to bash the camera there. So 5 roughly, slightly in a 5, because bite. Honestly. There we go. Right, so I'll do it right this time. Well, I don't need to now because it's not got that in it on it anyway, but I will do it on that side because it's flatter. So doing it on this side. Now I am hoping to do a live every Sunday early evening, with obviously exceptions when I'm on holiday and things like that, and times when life happens. But I need a bit more feedback from yourselves, lovely subscribers, just to let me know what you'd like to see. That would help me. I have had one person who said they'd like to see stamping, some stamping, and I can't remember what the other thing was, which is absolutely fine, but it's nice to know what everybody else would like as well. And I thank that person, Alison, for getting back to me and writing that in. That was really helpful. So if you are hoping to come on the live on a Sunday early evening, which it actually would suit that time, please could you go to the community page on my YouTube channel and add your vote. Well, add what you'd like to see, because that does help me to then prepare something that you might like to see. I'm not saying I'll be able to do everything. I'll be able to try and do lots of things. I can do lots of things, but try and do what you want me to do. So if you could do that, that would be really helpful. So there's my place. I'm widgeting on now. I just want to get this fixed in place. So what I've got is some nice long foam that I'm going to use. I think this is a Stampin' Up product, adhesive foam strips. So if you're interested in these, go over to Stampin' Up and you'll be able to get these here, there even. So now, so just going to pop these on here somewhere, and I've got, see, got stuff everywhere. What a mess. So I want to put it obviously right beside the aperture, because I don't want the aperture to collapse when it's put together. So I'm just roughly going round, seeing I would need it to roughly, I'll just do it a wee bit longer. So these are two strips together. So I can put that one roughly on there, like that. If you can see, hope I'm not out of shot again. Sorry if I was. I will. And then I need another piece at this bottom part. So I can take the backing off that bit as well. Probably a bit nearer than that. Go, and then I can get another couple of pieces that will just go around the whole thing. So I'll be back when I've done that. Right, so I've stuck all these on. So I stuck the thinner ones in the aperture and then slightly bigger ones round. So I'm hoping I'm going to get this right. So what the best thing to do is just get it in the right place and then pop it down onto here. Now, that's probably the best thing to do. Let me just see, I've got it in the place I want it. No, it needs to go slightly further up. I think slightly further up to, just let me see, down slightly. Just going to go for it. There we go. Make sure that's all nicely down like that, and I'm quite happy with that. I think that looks really nice. I think that's a lovely card. I mean, there's a few bits I need to finish off, and I will maybe put a sentiment on it, but that is basically my winging it card. So I hope you've enjoyed watching, and I hope you maybe try something similar with the stamps that you have, and please let me know what you thought. Please give me a thumbs up, please keep sharing excuse me, frog in throat, and please subscribe if you haven't already, and thanks for watching. Bye for now.